I try and hide it because I guess I consider myself a fairly rational person and level-headed, and then it just doesn't make sense, when I've got a wonderful life. As I was saying on the phone, I haven't had any major traumas or anything like that. I've incredibly blessed. I mean, people would love to have my life, and I just, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Most of the time, I just feel rushed, constantly rushed to get everything done. Whoever down of whatever
Mm.
I'm doing at the time, but then when I think about it, after it's all said and done, I'm still letting people down. I'm letting my husband and my son down all the time. In my jobs, careers, at home, my friends, my family, everything. I don't know what that. So it's a me thing. It's me feeling like, I don't know. I've got to be there with him, or doing stuff out there rather than taking that time. Like they say, your cup gets empty, and I guess that's probably part of why I might be there with him doing whatever, but I'm not actually there. I was so happy before prep. Kindy, everything was great. And then we went to prep, and I would tell people that, and I'd be like, oh, well, that's nothing. And I'm like, yeah, I get that it's nothing, but it was nothing every single day that I would pick him up. So every single day I was hearing that there was something wrong with him, that I was doing a bad job because he's not right. It got to the point where I actually thought about taking my own life. I feel I've never been the same since that year. Like, I was wrecking my son. He was better off without me. That I was the one doing the damage, that I was getting it wrong, that I wasn't a good mum, and that up until that point, being my husband's wife and being my son's mum was the world.
Yeah.
And I was failing at it. But I really think I was always a stressor and always did stress and worry about things. But I think it went up a level that year, and a lot of the happiness, left that year.
How does how you feel now impact your life?
In every way. The most emotional one is my son's prep year, and he's in grade 9, nearly in grade 10, and it's still, yeah, hurts like crazy. Um, I haven't forgiven myself for it. Yeah, just things that I haven't got past. Um, and then it's just always living that over and over again, and being careful about um everything we do and who we're around.
And what sort of reservations do you have currently before starting this process?
I guess, like, I want the emotion to be gone out of things, but I don't want to put myself or my son in danger, in a situation where he could get hurt or I feel trapped and stuck.
You're scared that dealing with these might hurt him in some way. And that's
Yeah,
probably why you've held on to them for so long.
yeah, it keeps him safe. Yeah, always being on, particularly, I don't know, it seems to be a men thing. I don't trust many men with him, particularly my dad.
What are you hoping to get out of this transformation for
Oh,
yourself?
maybe too much. um, I want a lot of the hurt to go away, the panic attacks, which are few and far between, but they're awful when they happen. Forgiveness for myself and for others. particularly my dad, even though he doesn't want it. He doesn't think he's done anything wrong. It's affecting me. So I need to let that go. And then I guess once that's gone, it'll just be lighter, more freedom just to enjoy life and enjoy my husband and my son and have fun and yeah, start being who I want to be. Sad. Oh, that I let it go on for so long when it was actually really easy to get rid of. No. Oh, you know, and I know you got to be ready to do it. So, you know, maybe that was the time that I was ready, but yeah, it was a long time living like that.
What was it like seeing how you were feeling?
Horrible. Horrible. I could hear it in my voice. I could hear the shakiness, the uncertainty, the doubt. Probably the doubt in lots of things, the doubt in myself, the doubt in the process, the doubt that it was ever going to be different.
Yeah. And so how does it feel being on the other side of those things now, all of the things that you were doubting, knowing now what you know? How does that feel?
Amazing. It's changed everything. Life is so much calmer and so much happier, and I really am present in the moment and in the conversations, and I can really see very clearly what I need to do, and just get that done and then move on. I'm not feeling pressured or burdened or overwhelmed. Then can really see things clearly that isn't for me to deal with or isn't my concern. Like thinking about the week, I wrote that I got an email from my son's teacher where that would have like been a huge issue. And I just got a second email from his teacher yesterday that he again had not completed his work, and that would have been like catastrophic. And I read it while I was waiting in the car for him to walk to the car after school. And I was just like, this is his work. This is his schooling. You know, obviously I need to mention it to him and tell him, you know, ask him what's going on. He said that he was on top of it. But reinforce to him that this is his choice. And if he doesn't do it, then his marks will reflect that. And then that may affect his future. It was still, an incredibly calm situation. So everything's changed.
What about, you know how you said about the reservation that you had, like about how if you weren't feeling how you were feeling, that you maybe weren't able to be there and protect your son. How would you describe how you feel about that now?
I'm in a better position to protect him now because things are so much clearer and calmer. I'm not reacting to what's in me rather than what's actually happening. And also knowing that he's old enough now to know what's right and wrong. So he already makes good choices. So I really don't need to fear for his safety, but then also I'm calmer and can see more clearly what's happening. And we still, you know, we're not hanging out at, I don't know, bikie gang drug deals sort of thing. Like it's not like and I guess that came out of it too. He's actually not in danger. he is perfectly safe.
Do you feel like you got what you were after in this transformation?
Yes, and then some. Do you know what I mean? Obviously the biggest one for me was from being a bad mum, or that I had wrecked Braden, I guess was the word I used then. And I would have been happy if just some of that pain went away and some of that hurt went away. But we went through so much more than that. My fear around dying was making it really hard on those visits. I'd get really overwhelmed and very emotional. And this time I really just appreciated the fact that, yeah, we've still got him and he's still got us. So I got more out of this than I, possibly thought.
Was there anything you got out of this that you didn't expect?
I'm surprised at how far it has rippled through just my everyday life. I'm the calmness, the frustration, the anger, everything. Like I wouldn't have considered myself an angry person, but I know that in those moments, like those emails from teachers, I would have got angry. And now my most important thing is being my husband's wife and my son's mum, which I heard me say that in there. And it really is. That's what I was put here to do. And I'm doing that better because I'm doing it better by stepping back for my son and letting him be his own person as well and make his own choices, while guiding him rather than micromanaging him. And it's everything, just life. And like even at work, I'm the happy, calm person there that when everyone else is losing their head, I'm still just like, right, this has got to be done and that's got to be done. And I was going to kick the teacher out of the classroom the other day. She was going off. I was like, just go
I've
outside
got this.
and I'll do this. Like, go have 5 minutes. So, well, that probably has come out of it too. I need to address what I'm doing with my career as well. So I've got more work to do after this, but exciting, and new possibilities on the horizon.
That's right. You've crushed those limits and the doubts out, so you can now create a life that matches your inside now.
And I'm not scared of the change or the unknown or the unfamiliar, or it's all like everything is, yes, it's rippled out so far.
And then knowing what you know now and the change that you had, if you could put a dollar figure on what it's worth, what would you say that this transformation is worth to you?
I don't know how you could put a dollar figure on it, because I don't want to go back to where I was. Money's not my thing anyway. I don't like. I'm not driven by it. I don't care about it. But I'd pay what I need to pay to, be like this, to feel like this, to get rid of stuff from, so many years ago. Well worth the money.
And if there was anyone out there feeling like you did in that before video, what would you tell her?
Fine. Get started. Show up for yourself and see it through. Yeah. It's life-changing in every way. And you never have to feel like that again. It's easy. If you show up and you do it, it's not hard. It's not, it's the process isn't hard. It's really quite easy, but go ahead and do it. You won't look back. Don't wait 9 years. Don't live with it. Get it sorted, over and done with. Yeah. No, because life's so much better without it all. And then you can be who you actually want to be anyway. Yeah.
Exactly. And you're living that now.